I've been with Microsoft for 25 years in different capacities. This is my 12th year as the country director for the Microsoft Innovation Center in Nepal. 4 years, so my 12th year as the Microsoft Regional Director. And I wanted to start off with a video, and if it works, I know Amish had some issues with technology. I hope this time it will work. Wanted to talk a bit about what is the Innovation Center that I need, and then what do we do there. So if I could have the sound also to the video. There are about 150 innovation centers, Microsoft innovation centers throughout the world in about 49 economies. And what do? We primarily look at working with 4 primary stakeholders. One is with the academia to see how we can support them with their goals of having a better career. The second, startups, entrepreneurs. So creativity, converting that into innovation and converting that into onto an entrepreneurial, sustainable method. To be able to work with the development sector in countries like Nepal, I think the development sector like the United Nations, the World Banks are a big player and a big stakeholder, and we work very closely with them, along with, of course, the government. Now with the local governments after the elections and as well as with the central government. Each of the innovation centers have a different way of working. We had our annual summit in China last year, and the 3 innovation centers that's there in China is run by the Chinese government. So totally different how it's run, and totally different mandates of how. And I think we're one of the few U.S. companies that's operational in China in a rather big manner, irrespective of some of the other companies, and have been able to work with the largest Chinese company, the Chinese government, to be able to see how the innovation center also works there. What do we do? Skills, capacity. We develop and do a lot of challenges, do a lot of competitions to see how do we foster innovation. Look at entrepreneurial development, look at supporting startups, look at seed funding into the startups in the early stage method, and then help them grow beyond that. Lots of trainings, certifications, and finally to look at how we work with solutions, we work with support, and build partnerships on a long-term method to sustain the innovation. Today I wanted to talk about how have we used innovation for good, not only for profit. Each of the innovation centers throughout the world are looking at how do we build solutions for the local software economy. So taking all of the platform that Microsoft builds, we bring it down and solve the biggest problems that the country is facing. And each of the things is saying how do we localize innovation and use it for good. We've done tons of, in the rest of the world it's called hackathons, but somehow when I presented this to some of the Nepal government officials, they just didn't get the word hack. So we had to change the word and call it hackathons and make it more positive, because they thought we were teaching students and we were teaching startups how to hack servers. So we had to use a word called hackathons and say that we are building apps and look at it. We've done tons of hackathons. In 1 year, we did 11 hackathons, building smart cities, building for, I don't know how the clicker works, but for human trafficking, trying to work with assistive technologies for some of the better abled, physically challenged people, wearables as it is getting more and more, gender empowerment for tech girls, and some on health issues for Golden 1,000 Days for newlyborns, human rights issues, girl trafficking, human trafficking solutions, and things like that. And the whole idea is that these, in 2 nights, 3 days, have been a center, ignition for lots of creative ideas, lots of innovation, where lots of solutions get built in a very fast, short time period. Some of the solutions that we worked with after the earthquake happened in April of 2.5, 3 years ago, was to look at saying, how do we support the debris management post-earthquake with solutions? The first meeting I went to, this was with the Nepal government chair at a very high level meeting with the UNDP, was where they were talking about having every person have a Dell laptop, a Canon camera, a Garmin GPS, and that was about $2,500, $3,000 worth of equipment. Half an hour, 45 minutes into the discussion, I said, why don't we replace that with a $50 phone? And majority of all of that could be done with a small handheld smartphone. And then that's where we built this solution less than a week, 10 days, and was able to run this. Just wanted to show what the solution is about.